I believe out there are people who are like me, who are called names like weird, strange, confusing, just because you see the world beyond what other people are seeing. This video is for you, but I'm going to tell you my story with the hope that this story will relate to yours. When I was young, from a very young age, I've been called names. And I didn't understand why, because I was young. Because I'd see things that people didn't understand. I remember when I was growing up, there was this lady who used to not like me. She used to say, "Hey, oh, meaning whatever I say would come true. I didn't get it. I didn't understand what that meant or how to deal with this situation. And then you grow old, it continues into an adulthood. Like you say things, then people give you faces. Then it made me realize that it must be that I see things that other people don't see. Why is it that I would mention something or someone that I see and nobody else sees? And then after realizing that it could be that I am the only one who sees this thing that is right here in front of everybody else, the first thing that comes to mind is fear. Okay, why am I the only one who sees this? What's wrong with me? And then with fear comes questions. Why me? What's wrong with me? And because I was not raised in a home where we are told about spirituality and gifts, that was not the home I was raised in. The first thing that comes to mind is to go to a doctor. Then I went to a medical doctor who referred me to a psychologist. Then the psychologist referred me to a psychiatrist and they gave me medication. So what the medication did was it gave me this terrible headache. Yet, I only took it one night. But the headaches, I had these horrible headaches. It was like, when those bells that are ringing in the churches, in a Catholic church, usually by 12 o'clock, there are bells that are ringing. That's what it felt like. And then, with that, I realized, that is not working. Then now, I went to church. I went to a charismatic church and they prayed for me. They told me I need to pray and cast these demons that I have. I went to different types. There are different types of charismatic churches. I went there and they prayed for me. It didn't work. I still see these things that other people don't see. And then I continued with the journey. I went to, I was raised in a Catholic church. Catholic church, what they told me was spirits, but they didn't explain it properly. And the priest just prayed for me and they took me to a confession booth. And I confessed what I saw, and I feel like they didn't really have a solution to my problem. So instead of chasing me away, they're like, "No, you must read the Bible, you'll find answers there." So I felt like, they didn't have answers to my problems, and these problems still persist. Then my grandmother used to go to the churches, Umoya churches. Then I went to one of the churches. Immediately when I walked into the church, I could see my grandmother, but she passed away. This is great. Then I went there and they explained how I have this gift of seeing things that other people don't see. Yes, I know that. And I knew that when I was going there. And then they told me I must use it. And then the question is, how? How do I use this thing? But what I loved about the churches Umoya is what I was saying, it didn't feel strange for them. It was as if, okay, you are in a place where abnormal people like you exist. This is like your place. So there are different types of churches of Umoya as well. Ne? So there are churches where females are not really the leaders in the church. So although you're having this gift, there's not really a place for you to really use it. And by the way, I don't even know what does this gift thing mean. So although I went there for a while, I still did not really have the answer that I wanted. Yes, you have a gift. I know, I see these things. And what do I do with this thing? But when I went there, to tell you the truth, I wanted to find a way to make this thing stop. I didn't expect for people to say embrace it. This is who you are. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted them to say, my sister, this is how you switch it off, and then you're gonna live happily ever after. No. So because I realized, okay, these people are not giving me the solution that I want, let me move forward. Then I went to traditional healers. I went to a couple of traditional healers in a quest to look for a solution. I remember I went to one of the famous traditional healers. When I walked into the house, all her initiates started, like, they literally fell on the floor. Because I've never been there before, I thought, okay, this is normal. It's normal. Then I walked in, and then I sat down, and then it was my turn to go to an indumba. And then I was sitting there. I remember one of the initiates, when I was sitting down, she tried to walk into the room that I was sitting in. And then she couldn't even get in. She fell on the floor, on the door. But I thought it's normal. I get it. I've never been there before. And then I started talking to her. I started talking to her because they kept on saying Thokoza Gogo in that place. They're like, Thokoza Gogo. So I'm like, why is everybody saying Thokoza Gogo? So in the midst of me talking to the initiate about Thokoza Gogo, then the person I came there for walked in. He's like, "Now, you should also say that." I'm like, I should also say that? Yeah, she's like, you know you're one of us, and you don't want to embrace this thing that you have. You're busy walking around looking for answers and solutions to things that do not need solutions. And she also said to me, until you embrace it, that's when you're gonna have a peaceful life, because we are trying to find a way of deleting it. And she's like, there's no way you will delete it. And then I get it. There's this thing our traditional healers, so I'm like, okay, then then she's like, no, my sister, that's not how it works. There are different types of healers. Like, not everybody needs to twas, and not everybody needs to twasa you. Your people that you talk to every single day are the ones who should give you a direction on who you should go to twas. Because just like in the medical field, we have pediatricians, we have dentists. You're not just gonna go to any other traditional healer for any other condition or any other spiritual condition. You must have the right person. So they will tell you the right person for you. They will guide you to the right person if there's a need for you to do that. So talk to your people. Okay, and then I left the house. Okay, she gave me even the other things that I should do. Then I left the home. Then I went back to my house. But the problem was, okay, how do I talk to these people that apparently I can talk to? Because I've never spoken to. Which says, how do I pasha? How do I talk to the ancestors? So that was an issue which we'll discuss in another video. But eventually I was gravitating on the TV. I was gravitating towards ghost related videos, because that's what I could see. I could see spirit. I see them in a form of shadows. I see them in a form of figures. I see a person, but there's still a silhouette thing behind, so I know this is not a real human being. And then I call the third type that I see, I call them the water classy people, whom I see the figures, but it's in a form of a water or a classy silhouette type. That's what I see. So I was watching TV and then I stumbled upon Teresa Kopilo. Then when she was talking, like I literally could see my life through her. I'm like, this is okay. So this is what people do. This is what I can do. Okay, so that gave me a little bit of a clarity that there's actually a world out there of spirituality. So I'm sharing this story because I believe there are people out there with a similar or with the same problems as me. And I'm sharing it so that this opens up a space for you to share your own stories. So in the comments, share your own stories. And if you have any questions that you need to ask me, please help me with a gift that they say I'm having. Or maybe I am crazy like other people say I am. Maybe tell me what I should take. Is there any medication that I should do to remove this thing that they say I have? Because like I said, I don't have any answers. I have a lot of questions. People who are as mad as me, tell me, did you deal with a situation like this? Where do we go? Who are we supposed to be talking to when we are having problems like this? Please drop me a comment and don't forget to follow my channel for more information. Thank you. See you next time.